Today's lesson is Introduction to Morphology. Introduction. Makeup artistry is a definite science based on scientific data. However, there are no concrete rules in makeup artistry because it is the variety of facial shapes and features within the facial contours that makes makeup artistry a challenge. The distinguishing differences in faces, even the imperfections, make them both interesting and beautiful, which means everybody has their unique beauty as they are. It is our goal as makeup artists to enhance the beauty of the individual. Therefore, each woman's beauty should be automatically be based on its particular characteristics, that it is its own morphological type. The science by which we study facial shapes and structures is called morphology. This is derived from the Greek words morphos, meaning shape, and form, from logos, meaning science or study of. It is therefore a science and an art which demands knowledge as well as the ability to correct, distinguish the variety of shapes which correspond to different personality traits. Now, factors that determine our morphology include bone structure. All of the following bones determine the frame of the face, which includes the forehead, which is the temporal or frontal bones, our cheekbones, which are our zygomatic, our jawbone, which is our mandible, our muscles. These muscles lines around our eyes, which is our orbicularis oculi, the lines around our mouth, which is orbicularis oris, and the rest of the face. Now, the adipose tissue is the fatty tissue that is found on the face underneath the skin. This gives us our roundness or fullness, or how thin. It can also determine how thin the face is. So the more adipose or fatty tissue, the fuller the face, the thinner the face. Our epidermis, which is the outer layer of our skin. Fine skin, thick skin, acne, large pores, wrinkles, oiliness, dryness. These are all characteristics of our skin, which will also determine our morphology. Heredity, where did we come from? Inherited traits from our ancestors. Did they have long faces, large eyes, big nose, small nose? Those are our unique hereditary characteristics. And then we have medical conditions. These medical conditions can either be through medication, or other hormonal imbalances in the body will affect us. Our skin may cause puffiness around the eyes, dark circles, thick or rough skin, depending on what condition we have. And lastly, the environment, which is the weather conditions. Cold or hot, extreme temperatures, changes which cause dehydration, and then the exposure to sun exposure, and not using any SPF, which can cause the breakdown of collagen, which causes our premature wrinkles and aging. The muscles of the face, we have our frontalis here, which is the muscle of the forehead, and if you notice, it's going up. The corrugators, which are above the eyebrows, and the procerus, these all these muscles cause us to get our frown lines, our 11 lines. We have the orbicularis oculi, which is our eye muscle, and if you notice, it's in a circular form, it's round. Now, it's important to know this because of the fact that when we go to work on a client, we want to make sure that we are not pulling or tugging at that muscle, which can cause premature stretching of the muscle, which causes premature aging and the skin falling. You have your zygomatic major and minor, which is our cheekbones, and your orbicularis oris, which is the muscle of the mouth. If you notice again, it's a circular muscle. Bones of the face, we have analyzing the bone structure will help you to determine what areas should be emphasized or de-emphasized prior to applying makeup to the face. By using the skillful application of contour, darker shades, and highlighting the paler or light shades, facial features can appear altered or enhanced. So by us contouring or highlighting, we can change the shape of the face and bring the good features forward and push back or hide our not so good features. To determine the facial shape of a client, it is important to become familiar with the following bones of the head and face, which includes your frontal bone, which is the bone of the forehead. Temporal bones form the side of the head on this by the ear region. You got your zygomatic or molar bones, which is our cheekbones, the green here. Your nasal bones, which are the two bones here at the bridge. These are the only bones on the nose. The tip of the nose is cartilage, and it's connective tissue. Your lacrimal bones is the small fragile bones on the eye socket, and you've got your maxilla, which is the bones of the upper jaw, and there's two of them. And then you've got your mandible, which is the jawbone, lower jawbone, which is the largest and strongest bone of the face. Facial proportions. For many years, the rule has been that the so-called ideal face shape is the oval face. And using the oval as a guideline, you can determine a person's face shape by referring to any area that falls inside or outside that guide. This is an easy way to learn facial shapes and is not intended to teach you that every face should be oval shaped. This is just to help guide us. What makes a face unique is its bone structure, and the only time you should alter the appearance of the face is when an area or feature is distracting. So if there's a distracting feature that does not look, in proportion, or looks off, that's the only time we correct. Now, looking at the profile of the face, the forehead and chin should be vertically balanced and form a straight on view. The start of the hairline to the inner brow, and the brow to the base of the nose, and the base of the nose and the nose to the chin should be equal in proportion. So those three regions, so forehead, hairline to eyebrows, tip of the nose to the tip of the chin, is the three horizontal sections, which we also discussed in the chapter. Knowing the shape and size of the area you are working on will help you to determine whether you will contour or highlight that feature. And again, for the proportions, using the eyes as a guideline, the face may be divided vertically into 5 sections by 4 vertical lines. Proportionally, the space between the lines should be equal the width of an eye. So one width of your eye should be the basis of how you measure vertically. So if you take the width of one eye, put it in between your two eyes, that space should be equal. If the space is too short, that means your eyes are too close set. If the space is too large, that means your eyes are wide set. So knowing this will help us to correct this feature on the face. The front view of the head. If you look at the head face on, you will notice that generally the oval shape, that is to say the shape of an egg, the point part being the base of the chin. That's what an oval is. The height of the head from the top of the hairline to the base of the chin equals 1.5 times the width of the face, which is equal to 5 times the length of the eye. So again, your proportions, you've got hairline to brow, brow to tip of nose, tip of chin. An eye distance, here's one eye width. This eye width should be equal here, here, and the side of the face. If it's not equal on the side of the face, that means, so if it's too large, that means there's too much space, so we have to contour. If the space is not equal, it's too short, then we're going to have to highlight to make it look larger and grab the light. And again, if the eyes are far set, then we want to bring them closer by adding dark and bringing them closer. If the eyes are too far, they're close set, we want to go light in the front here and dark on the ends to push them out. If they are far set, we want to bring the dark forward. Okay? So conclusion, as a makeup artist, it is important to know the morphology of the face, not to make it the perfect oval, but to create a very flattering and attractive face for your client that is unique. So we're not trying to create everybody into an oval. We're just trying to make the phrase perfectly unique for that person that you are working on. Thank you.